freestyle wrestling, Thomas Gilman, your number 2 seed. Spencer Lee, your number 4 seed. Thomas Gilman from Council Bluffs, Iowa, competed for the Hawkeyes in college, then came back east, where he's now wrestling for the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club right here in State College. Spencer Lee, from about 2.5, 3 hours away, Murraysville, Pennsylvania, right near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Franklin Regional High School. He competed and finished his competition for the Hawkeyes of Iowa and stayed in Iowa. So 2 Iowa Hawkeyes out here wrestling for a spot on the Olympic team. Again, 57 kilograms, has not been qualified for the United States yet. So one of these athletes, once they make the team, will have to compete, place top 3 in the last chance Olympic qualifier in Turkey just a few weeks away. So no score here. Sammy Julian, our official out there, pointing at Spencer Lee. First passivity against Spencer Lee. And a first bouts of Spencer Lee's making the final. Ran a rough shot in the first period to 8-0. And then in the second period, didn't shut it down, but wrestled conservatively and won both matches by a margin. Not technical superiority, but a margin that wasn't able, was never in question. Looked great. First time Spencer Lee's been healthy in a couple of years. He's been competing at a very high level in the room there, Iowa City. That last position, Gilman was on his knees, grounded as he got pushed out of bounds. So no step out because he started grounded, and now a second passivity call against Spencer Lee. He'll go on the activity period, 30 seconds to score. If he doesn't score in this 30 seconds, Gilman will receive a point. Once again, Thomas Gilman from Council Bluffs, Iowa, Scott Catholic High School in Omaha, Nebraska. 3-time NCAA All-American for the Hawkeyes. 2 Fargo titles. 3 times a Fargo All-American for Team Iowa. He's made 4 senior world teams. He was a world champion in 2022 in Belgrade, Serbia. 2 times a world runner-up. Gilman also made 3 age group world teams as Gilman in deep with his left arm swing single, trying to create an angle. But a rubber knee by Spencer Lee. The partisan Nittany Lion crowd, they don't like how quickly that whistle was blown. Sammy Julian, the official, was the top official at the World Championships in Serbia last year, winning the golden whistle. First passivity warning against Gilman. But he doesn't go on the clock, only goes on the clock after 2. Spencer Lee, again, Murraysville, Pennsylvania, Franklin Regional High School, 4-time college All-American, a hard single and lifts it up. A first point on the board for Spencer Lee on the step out. Spencer Lee, a 3-time NCAA champion for the Iowa Hawkeyes, 4-time All-American. Made 4 age group world teams, where he was a 2-time U20 or junior world champion and a 1-time cadet or U17 champion. Both of these athletes have won at the world level. And now 1-to-1 criteria goes to Spencer Lee at this point because he scored last. Now, criteria in, you just heard Jason Bryant on the PA here, but first criteria is highest scoring point. So if you have a 4 for feet to back and I have 2 2-point moves, we're tied, you win at the end of the match because you had the higher point scored. Second is cautions. After the cautions, you have last point scored. So 1-to-1 now as we start period number 2. Lee and Gilman
down on mat 4.
Battling back and forth, shot and counterattacks. One of the things we know about Gilman is he has perfect position to get through that defense, and when he attacks at a very high level. Spencer Lee the same way. His counterattacks get him many scoring holds. But one of the best things about Spencer Lee is how good he is once he gets on top into the parterre position. Started with his lace and now got into a lot of high-level gut wrenches. But still 1-1. Nice little right arm swing single by Spencer Lee. Reinforced whizzer there, torquing the shoulder of Spencer Lee. Gilman diving underneath, catching the foot of Spencer Lee. Our crowd saying they want 2, and they get it. 2 points on the board for Spencer Lee, taking a 3-1 lead, and he's got that wrist and arm bar where he takes it backside for 2.
And 2 on the exposure.
Arm bars, gut wrenches, leg laces are the stamp for Spencer Lee. Let's see if he can go back on the backside. One of the great things about that bar tilt that he just had, he had the wrist, he had the bar. Many people think you're going to run one way, but he came backside, almost like a gut wrench on that backside. So now a 5-1 lead for Spencer Lee here with 1 minute to go in the match. Now Gilman down 4 points is going to have to really pick up his pace. And that high-level single, feet to back. 4 points offered by the mat judge, but only 2 points confirmed. And a challenge brick out there by Penn State. So the official went 2. The mat judge went 4, the mat chairman went 2, so Penn State is challenging. They think that he went feet to back, and we're going to look at that video. If he landed on his elbow or past 90 degrees, that's going to be a 4-point exposure, feet to back. Gilman with his long arms lifted Spencer Lee and then drove through, putting him on his hip, and if he went to his elbow, that's 4. They're gonna check it out here on the big screen as this was going to the jury. I said jersey because I'm sitting here next to Mike Mao. Now out in San Diego, California. 5-3 on the scoreboard. Sammy Julian, our official, had the best view of where he came down. And if he came down on his chest and then went to his back, that'll only be 2 on continuation. But if he went straight feet to back, that's going to be a 4-point. So 2 points confirmed for the 2-point takedown. He did not land in danger. And then 1 point for the lost challenge. So now a 6-3 lead for Spencer Lee. 30 seconds to go.
Greco-Roman 87 kilograms in the red of the Minnesota Storm, Fritz Sherrill.
His opponent from the New York Athletic Club, Ben Provisor.
Double overhooks by Thomas Gilman, pulling down to that front headlock. 10 seconds to go. 6-3 Spencer Lee. And the man from Murraysville, Pennsylvania, Hawkeye Wrestling Club, a 6-3 victory in this best of 3.
Spencer Lee.
And match number 1.